The Mystara project is proud to present part 34 of the Characters of Mystara series. In this video, we take a look at Baron Aethewulf, Chief Magistrate of Vyolstagrad. Aethelwulf was introduced in the 1985 adventure module, CM4 Earthshaker, on page 5. He was born in Norvold in AC 950. His parents, Ealhmund and Alberga, were sailors. His sister, Alfgifu, was 5 years old. In AC 952, his brother, Aethelbert, was born. In AC 957, Aethelwulf was apprenticed to Sir Aethelred as a page. Under the knight's mentorship, he learnt fighting skills, literacy, and horse riding. In AC 968, when defending against an orc raid, he was abandoned by a close friend and wounded. The wound caused him to lose a point of constitution, and the betrayal left Aethelwulf a bit more distrustful of others. Aethelwulf continued to progress as a warrior, not through strength or endurance, but through outthinking his opponents. This did not go unnoticed by the local priest of Odin, who began teaching Aethelwulf about customs and making judgments on crimes and disputes. In AC 978, his mother, Alberga, died at sea when struck by lightning. The consensus view was that she had angered the immortal Tor. In AC 985, Alphatia decided to build the fortress city of Alpha, on the ruins of the Thyacian trading station, at Cape Alpha in Norvold. Alpha was proposed to provide a strong launching pad for colonizing the region. Aethelwulf was drawn to the new opportunities that the Alphacians offered. Serving as a guard, and in patrols clearing out monsters by day, he would study by night, learning the Alphacian language, and their codes of law and justice. In AC 989, his father, Ealhmund, died in a shipwreck. In AC 992, Alphatia created the Kingdom of Norvold, which was granted to Empress Ariadna of Alphatia's second son, Erekol, to rule. That same year, Aethelwulf became a sheriff. His duties brought him in contact with Osbor Oslaksdottir, a magistrate. A relationship blossomed, and they married in the temple of Frey and Freya. In AC 994, a son, Athelstan, was born. Unbeknown to Aethelwulf, this child was illegitimate. The following year, another son, Athelbald, was born. He was born sickly, but survived with the help of a cleric of Freya. In AC 1000, King Erekol advertised throughout the known world, offering land grants for those capable of ruling a dominion. Many arrived in Norvold, seeking a chance to enter the nobility. The elven immortal, Eirindel, took this opportunity to stir up a civil war in Norvold, to prevent this Alphacian kingdom from assisting the immortal faction backing Alphatia, known as the Ring of Fire. In AC 1001, a daughter, Aethelwith, was born. Once again, a cleric of Freya was needed to ensure her survival. Also in AC 1001, a bold avian warrior, Nevik, was granted a barony in a wilderness area near the Wormsteeth range. He named it Vyolstagrad. Aethelwulf successfully applied for the post of Magistrate of Vyolstagrad. He then worked with the Baron to draw up the Dominion laws. The next year, a second daughter, Adbor, was born sickly. But she survived with aid from a cleric of Freya. Meanwhile, Baron Nevik's forces performed well in the civil war, fighting for King Erekol. He was rewarded with additional land, and the title of Viscount. In AC 1003, Erekol again promoted Nevik, for service during the war. He received additional land and the title of Count. Count Nevik decided to create two baronies, Vizama, which he granted to Savanya, and Deposkna, which he bestowed upon Aethelwulf, in order to boost their loyalty. The following year, a healthy daughter, Wulfthryth, was born. Nevik received additional land, and was made a marquis by Erekol. In AC 1005, a daughter, Athelthryth, was born healthy. Nevik was promoted to duke, and received additional land. Vyolstagrad's population exceeded 5,000, so Duke Nevik hired 2 magistrates, and promoted Aethelwulf to chief magistrate, responsible for the dominion's magistrates and sheriffs. Aethelwulf is a 9th-level fighter of lawful alignment. He speaks his native Hellenic tongue, and Alphatian. He has an IQ of 140, and above average wisdom. His other scores are average, except for constitution, due to his injury sustained in the Orcish raid. His saving throw success chances, range from 45 to 65% before a 5% wisdom bonus against magic is applied. He has average morale of 8, preferring to withdraw and plan, rather than fight to the death. He has 70% proficiency in the profession of magistrate. His ability to detect deception, and his grasp of local, regional and imperial laws and customs, are at 65%. His horse riding proficiency under difficult conditions is only 50%. Aethelwulf has basic mastery in 3 weapons, and has mastered the normal sword. He can wield a lance and set a spear versus a charge. His hit points are slightly below the average 9th level fighters of 40.5, due to his constitution. He has a 65% chance to deflect a handheld or thrown attack, and may attempt this twice per round. He can also disarm an opponent, if they fail their saving throw with a -2 penalty. For ranged attacks or bracing against charges, he uses his Rod of Inertia, which acts as a spear +3. He has a reasonable armor class of 0, certainly not spectacular for a name-level fighter. As a chief magistrate, Aethelwulf earns a salary of 2,000 GP per month as per the Rules Cyclopedia, or 72 GP per month under the known world grimoire method, outlined in Dragon Magazine 187. If anticipating combat, he dons plate mail armor +1, and a shield +1. He arms himself with a sheathed normal sword. He also carries his Rod of Inertia. To stop the spear in mid-flight, the command word is stint. To release it again, the command word is gar. He has a warhorse called Hengest. At home he keeps items that he cannot use, a spell scroll, and a neutrally aligned intelligent short sword, called Gildenseeks. He may gift these items to those who perform a great service for him. As a lawful character, Aethelwulf has many positive traits. He has a reputation for being exceptionally courageous, not so much with the sword, but with his judgments. Despite being left by his close personal friend to fight the orcs, and having to regularly listen to lies in his courtroom, Aethelwulf is a very trusting person. His lowest trait, cautiousness, is still in the average range. Aethelwulf was designed to be used in the module CM4 Earthshaker, if it was being used as a standalone adventure. If part of a campaign, and at least one character ruled a dominion, the adventure was recommended to be placed there, so the PCs would have more of a vested interest in the welfare of their own holdings. In this case, Aethelwulf would need to be hired by the PC ruler as a chief magistrate in advance, otherwise he plays no part in the adventure. For parties with no dominion rulers, they would need to be drawn to Vyolstagrad, arriving around the 21st of Thormont, which is the start of the Norvold Spring. Perhaps they have heard that an incredible machine will be appearing at the Vyolstagrad Spring Carnival, or they may be interested in one of the other attractions offered by the Travelling Exhibition of Wonders. Other premises include a diplomatic mission revolving around the Norvold Civil War, or the broader wrath of the Immortals conflict. Although it is noted that Duke Nevik has been called to a royal council at Alpha, to plan a crusade against the barbarians of the region. This suggests that other Dominion rulers loyal to King Erekal would be required to attend this council as well. Aethelwulf's role in Earthshaker is to introduce a dilemma for Seneschal Alfonso Rodifino of Vyolstagrad. Aethelwulf has heard a murder case against the popular Burgermeister of Strina, Ruva Kolchitsky. He has been found guilty of murdering Sir Heimgalson of Stamtrel. The penalty for this crime is death. However, Ruva has pleaded for leniency, given Sir Heimgalson led several brutal raids into Vyolstagrad in the past, including the slaying of Ruva's family. Aethelwulf is wise enough to understand the political consequences of Ruva's sentencing. If Ruva is executed, the village of Strina is likely to revolt. If Ruva is not executed, Duke Strano of Stamtrel has threatened to invade Vyolstagrad. A delegation from Stamtrel is expected in Vyolstagrad in 5 to 10 days to hear the verdict. Due to these political consequences, Aethelwulf is aware that this decision is outside his authority, and has brought the matter to the Seneschal's attention, in the absence of the Duke. Aethelwulf can advise the Seneschal on this matter. Other campaign uses for Aethelwulf would predominantly relate to detective missions that are beyond the scope of his sheriffs. Crimes or legal disputes involving magic would probably be beyond the scope of the sheriffs, requiring PC expertise. Other issues could involve the local thieves' guild supplying zonga, leading to increased crime by addicts, Aethelwulf or one of his magistrates receives a death threat to influence an upcoming trial, or barbarians of the banner pass through and commit crimes, as they are ignorant of civilized laws and are only following their own customs. Other missions may be performed for Aethelwulf in his baronial capacity. Worm's Teeth dragons may be raiding his lands, requiring PCs to track them to their lairs. Perhaps Baron Savanya of Vyolstagrad tries to discredit Aethelwulf by employing the Thieves' Guild to create a forged document to frame Aethelwulf. The PCs trace the crime to Savanya and also discover that he has been fraudulently reporting income to reduce his salt tax to the Duke. Finally, a PC Dominion ruler may be impressed by Aethelwulf's abilities and try to recruit him as a chief magistrate, leading to tension with Duke Nevik. This concludes part 34 of the Characters of Mystara series, featuring the Honourable Baron Aethewulf, son of Ealhmund, Chief Magistrate of Vyolstagrad.